Why would I volunteer at an elementary school? Well, when I was a high school teacher, I would see repeatedly lots of really smart kids that hated school. And it broke my heart to see that happen. They didn't do well. And I put a lot of thought in, what is the problem here and how can I help this? So when I retired, it dawned upon me that almost every single one of those students that was struggling was not a good reader. So my mission became, let's go down and go back to the elementary school level where people learn how to read and help them become really good readers so that later on, when you're reading to learn, you're having a good time.
Anybody who enjoys working with kids would enjoy this program. It's rewarding because you get to know the kids you're working with. You see their progress through the years, or through the year. And I really enjoy the community we have, where sometimes I'll run into my kids at Weimar or at the city library, and they're all excited to see me, and I'm excited to see them too.
A volunteer has a reason to get up in the morning. We've had numerous volunteers say that in their retirement years, they have a reason to get up. It gives them purpose. It gives the volunteers people to respond to them. Many of the children don't have a grandparent, at least in the neighborhood, and this provides that for them. It has been a wonderful experience for our volunteers. I think having a reason to get up in the morning is one of the basic reasons that we have so many volunteers that are a part of IRC.
And we have volunteers from all walks of life. There are a couple of retired teachers like myself, but we've had retired postal workers, we've had carpenters, we've had ministers, we've had housewives. The list goes on and on. They're just ordinary people. And if you love kids, and if you can build relationships, you'll have a great time.
So the IRC program has brought a wealth of opportunities for our students. First of all, they get an opportunity to make a connection with a community member, oftentimes an older adult who has a little bit more patience. And one of my best memories of my childhood was the relationship I had with my grandparents. And oftentimes our students maybe are not around their grandparents or have family members around, and just having that connection with another adult, an older caring adult who is really invested not only in their reading ability but also just in their well-being is very beneficial to our students.
My kids have always loved IRC. They always would come home, when they're in kindergarten to third grade, and they would talk about the fun time that they had with their reading volunteer. And sometimes I would even have the reading volunteers come up to me in public events, concerts and such. Oh, I read with one of your children during school time, and they're fantastic. They love reading. They're such a good helper, all this other stuff. So it was really a fantastic experience to know that they had other additional support outside of their primary teachers.
I would say, come to a IRC meeting, hear all the people and the exciting things that are happening in the class and the hard things too, because we support each other and we find answers to what works when things aren't going so well. There is a good rapport with the teachers. No matter who you are, you go in and they just love us, and we're just a part of what's going on here. And the kids are the same way. If they see someone with a lanyard like this, they know we're there because we love them, and that's a big thing.
It is, and letting these kids know that there's lots of adults in the community that care about them and want to see them succeed is another reward for the program, and really one of the values I think that it brings to Creswell kids.
Last year I had a little boy in the 2nd grade who was a problem child. Cute as a button, but a problem child. And he didn't want it, reading was just not on his priority list at all. So I made it my goal to try and get to this little boy. So I worked with him a lot. I did some one-on-one with him and tried to show him how reading can be fun, and then also instill in him that it's so important to be able to learn to read. I didn't know if I had gotten through to him or not until the last day of school when he wrote me a note. "You are so nice. I will miss you so much, and you make my heart smile. I will never forget you." That right there is why I do IRC.
Some of the things that you're going to learn are going to be hard. It's important to learn them. We will help you.